San Luis Obispo. It is time. It is Living the Run. We're not just chewing the fat, we're getting rid of it. We are your home for everything health and fitness. Living the Run is being brought to you by Running Warehouse, CrossFit Grover Beach, Artie's Pilates, and in partnership with the American Cancer Society and the Heal Slow Coalition. Here are your hosts for Living the Run, Ryan Ferran and Paul Tarek.
And welcome back to the leanest and meanest health and fitness radio show on the airwaves. It is Living the Run Health and Fitness. I am Ryan Ferran, joined, I was going to say as always, but sporadically by Paul Tarek, the Olympian. To my right?
I would prefer occasionally.
Occasionally. And most of the time, Max Woodcock, our producer extraordinaire. Good evening, gentlemen.
How's it going?
Very good. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Haven't seen you guys. We were off last week.
Yes.
Is Paul Tarek speechless right now?
Wow.
I didn't know what to respond to that. Like, yes, we were. That is a fact. Thank you.
I was expecting, I don't know, a Merry Christmas. Good to see you. Hello.
Merry
good evening.
Christmas.
Thank you. Max, I appreciate that. Plenty to get to on the show tonight. We are talking about Ayurveda, a 5,000-year-old healing system from India. It's a natural balance approach to health and wellness. And we will talk to Holly Padov, who has a extensive background in Ayurveda, and we will talk all about that. There's some tips that she will give us about how you can use Ayurveda for weight loss, stress management, relaxation, and overall health and wellness. So it's very interesting stuff.
When you texted me the subject for the show, I thought you just fat-fingered your phone. I was trying to read through it and was like,
Yeah, it's pronounced nothing like it's spelled.
Yeah.
It's pronounced Ayurveda, and it's spelled Ayurveda.
It's not too far off. Ayurveda.
That's actually almost exactly. but I mean.
But when I texted you that, you had no idea how to pronounce it, right?
I was like, that's a weird combination of vowels and consonants.
Yeah, I had to ask Holly, our guest, who's out in the studio waiting for us patiently, how to properly pronounce Ayurveda. And it's very interesting stuff. It's, very old, ancient healing system from India. I was looking up a few clips on YouTube last night and reading a few articles, and there's a lot of interesting things in the diet section which drew my attention, specifically with caffeine. They don't believe in caffeine, and certain temperature of your beverage that you drink. Certain foods go together, and it's about figuring out kind of who you are, why you are here, and everyone's a little bit different, so they take a personal approach to health and wellness, and it's very interesting stuff.
Oh, you mean the cookie cutter method is not?
No,
that's not one of their strengths, huh?
No, we're also going to talk about GPS running apps. I discovered a new one. Very happy with it. Christmas gifts. I want to know which ones you guys like this year from Santa, or if Santa brought you any, Paul.
He didn't bring me any.
I knew it.
It was a bad year, Tarek.
Nice lump of cold.
And our New Year's resolutions, we'll get to those as well. So you guys have about 2 minutes to make sure Max knows his. I can tell.
I already got
He's
mine.
a goal-oriented guy. Paul,
I got mine.
Oh, you do?
I do. I mean, mine's
I would have lost
the,
money on that.
Mine's the quintessential, like, everyman goal for New Year's, but
Okay.
I'm actually going to do it.
All right, we'll get to that. Beautiful day on the Central Coast. It's been freezing here, relatively speaking. I know Paul's from Michigan, and he'll give us some analogy about
My
the radiator
yeah.
frozen. And
Yeah, I know. Uphill both ways, 100 miles, dude.
And the duck's frozen on the pond.
Been 50
Love the
degree.
uphill both ways.
Yeah. It was
But
crazy.
79 in Pismo, or 79 in Slow, 78 in Pismo today. Beautiful.
My mom is out visiting right now, and she is like, it's beautiful out, and she's talking about like how much she misses the snow, and and I will agree to a point. Like, Christmas really isn't Christmas when it's like 75 out. If you're from Michigan, there is something to be said for seeing it snow on Christmas and like being able to hear snowfall at night when it's that quiet. But really, outside of that, I mean, I'm not missing much about oh, look, it's 8 degrees outside. Oh, -8 with the wind chill. Yay!
I was short on time today, and it's been freezing. It's been hard to work out. All these holiday parties, cookies, cakes, desserts, beverages, and then it's freezing. So you get home, the last thing you want to do is go out, run. But today, I had no time, but I have to go out. It was gorgeous out. Saw a ton of people out and about. Did you guys take advantage?
No.
Losers. I feel great.
I worked all day.
I had to work, too.
Inside.
Multitasked.
I come from my work to this show. I'm committed.
All right, Max, your best Christmas gift you received from Santa this year.
Well,
You can give us, if you want to give us your worst, you
Does
can
it
give
have
us
to
your
be,
worst.
does it
No,
have to
no,
be
no.
Santa, or can it be a gift?
It could be a gift.
Okay.
I got no bad gifts this year. Every gift is a great gift.
Oh, I know. Look at him
Right.
buttering him up for next
No,
year.
no,
Oh,
no,
yeah, every great
Totally
gift is
true.
great. Yeah.
I got this lovely jacket, which I'm wearing. Where I work is absolutely freezing cold. It's always about 10, 15 degrees colder than what it is outside. So my special request from Santa this year was a nice, warm, cozy jacket, and that's what I got. And then I got
is that fur coming out
a
the
little,
top,
little
Paul?
fur
What is
on
that?
top here, huh?
Jeez.
Although I know all the PETA people are going to
PETA
see
on
this
mine,
and just
too.
like, yeah.
Keeps the neck warm.
That's
you know?
definitely fake fur, though.
Oh, absolutely. But I have to say, I really need some new reading glasses, and I got some money for reading glasses. So thank you, Mom.
You mean somebody didn't just go out and buy you a pair from like the drugstore, from that rack at the drugstore? It's like, oh, look at these will work. They're $7.95.
Thankfully, no.
Paul, what was your best gift?
Santa again did not bring me any gifts this year, but the wife bought us a MacBook.
Oh, very good
We
wife.
we are like in the 21st century now.
That's awesome. Those are not cheap, by the way.
No,
She-
no, they're probably not.
For some reason,
Like
she must like you.
$1,300.
At least $1,300.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think she actually.
Did she
just
buy
got-
you a MacBook or us? a
us.
MacBook?
It was us. It was
So
us.
Paul's just now coming to that $1,300 realization.
No. She no. I think she felt bad for me. I mean, she has Windows Vista is the worst program, and for some reason, her computer it is like a pterodactyl pecking on a stone tablet when I want to get on the internet. Like I type it, and I can hear like ching 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 ching.
Dial up.
It is, yes, it might as well do that. It is terrible. The thing just sits there. It doesn't even give you the hourglass. It just sits there and stares at you like some sort of idiot savant. Like
That's
doesn't
not your
any-
computer, though. That's your internet connection, probably.
No, it is. I can get on my phone with the wireless. Any other computer, any other wireless thing, right there. You can just peruse the internet all day long. This one just stare. It's like it takes forever to start it up. It's like it's a 1931 Model A that hasn't been started in 70 years, and it's like, oh, here we go. Let's get this thing going again. Like a pull lawnmower from the 50s. Whoa.
This has nothing to do with health and fitness either, but I recently just got a new computer myself, and it was going a little bit slow. It's brand new. I'm like, what's the deal? And they suggested changing my internet browser. So I went
Go to
from
Mozilla.
No, I went to Google Chrome.
Ooh.
4 times faster from Internet Explorer. Just sped it up so fast.
It's weird. Internet. I mean, I'm not a tech geek, but Internet Explorer is really dropped off over the last couple of years. They were like the go-to browser,
Yeah.
and now it's like, I don't know if it's add-ons or if it's things that have to be installed, but it takes forever.
It does.
They offer like tabbed browsing, but it's like it comes at a price. Your soul, because you have to sit there and give up like time. Like there's like hours of your life. You're like, I just want to know what the surf is like. Please, for the love of God, tell me what the tide is doing.
And tell me now.
Tell me in 2 minutes.
You guys
I mean,
want?
I'll take any of that.
You guys want to know how I know I'm getting old? My
Bald
Christmas.
spot.
Yeah. Well, not yet. I'm still fighting the good
I like
fight.
how you reached up to check in.
I was like, did I get a little? So I got dress shirts and underwear from my mom, and was very happy to receive them.
Nothing
Underwear from
that would
mom.
be described. Nothing out of like a Toys R Us catalog.
And then I went to the mall and bought socks, and I was ecstatic. My 5-year-old nephew, by the way, got a jacket similar to yours, but obviously much smaller. And I thought he was going to kick somebody where the sun don't shine. He was not happy. And my parents and stuff were like, oh, look, it's got a camouflage on the inside. He's like, it's still a jacket. It fires no missiles. Don't talk to me.
It's not a video game.
On a sidebar, did they be like, fine, you don't get any gifts? They take all his gifts and give them away, and then be like, next Christmas we'll see how you react to a jacket.
No, he actually did pretty well. Like,
Oh.
I probably would have just lost it and started crying. You know, 5 years old, get a jacket. You're like, this is ridiculous. But he held it together, and he tried to smile as best he could. But you can see he's like, yeah, it's still a jacket. Don't talk up the jacket, people.
I remember being like 5 or 6 years old and seeing somebody get a watch and going, why would you want to? He was all excited. I was like, why would you want a watch? Who wants a watch? Watches are terrible. Look at all these toys I got.
But that's how I know I'm getting old. I got 2 dress shirts, some underwear, and I was like, this is awesome. Now I don't have to go out and buy it. You know,
If you start going commando, you can actually recycle that underwear gift on another
Whoa.
gift for next year.
Whoa.
They won't even waste your time. They'll be like, oh, maybe another dress shirt.
do you need some undies, Paul? Is that what you're getting at?
Thinking green with Paul Tarek.
No.
Where does my gift rank in the,
Oh, yours was pretty good.
not bad. Yeah, you're welcome, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Jeez.
You want a hug?
What a jerk.
You want a hug?
Cookie would
I just
be
wanted,
nice.
I just wanted to thank you.
Speaking of a cookie, had you stopped by the house, you could have. Mama Tarek was in town and she baked.
I met Mama Tarek.
Yeah, she baked the whole time she was here almost.
Very nicer.
It was
than her
incredible.
son.
It was like going back in time till the time I was like 11 years old.
How much did you guys eat during? I mean, it. Oh my goodness! I had a cookie party at work. Dude, each person brought 4 dozen cookies. Then you exchange them. You left with 4. Who eats 4 dozen cookies? That was just
I probably
one
would
day.
have. You know what my mom made me, and it was like I was happy and at the same time like a little sad inside. She made me a boot shape, and it was a big boot shape. It was huge. It was like the shape of like my stocking, and it was a. You ever had a wreath cookie? It's like a Rice Krispie treat made with Kellogg's Corn Flakes.
No, but it sounds delightful.
Oh, it is awesome. Cinnamon sprinkles on top, dude. Oh, it's incredible. And she made me one that was like 14 inches tall, like an inch and a half thick, and and it was like, I have to eat that. Like I don't want to, but I have to.
That's amazing.
And to be honest, a little part of me wanted to.
Does she watch like Cake Boss and stuff?
Cake Boss, what the heck's that?
Cake Boss?
I don't have cable. man.
Ask your wife. She
All
knows
right.
what Cake
No,
Boss
she
is.
doesn't have cable either.
It's
If she
Wow.
does, she's been holding out on me.
because she just bought you a Mac Pro. You guys are broke. Can't afford cable now. Pick one or the other. Okay, so a couple weeks ago on our Facebook page, facebook.com/livingtherun, I got a new iPhone, so I asked, what are some good GPS running apps? I tried iMap My Run. Love it. Free, does splits, calories, everything.
That's the one that does
easy to use.
elevation too, doesn't it?
I think so.
It does. I think it does elevation, and you can like trace your route and see the elevation at different points in the route.
It basically Google Maps it for you. It's amazing. So I recommend iMap My Run if you're looking for a good GPS running app. It's free.
That was free.
Yeah, and I used to have, I still have it on my BlackBerry, the Trimble Outdoors GPS running app, and it was good. It was suitable, but it was like $10 a year, and it didn't do splits. And
I haven't explored my iPhone for this yet. But any of the people, I know there's trail runners out there. If anybody has one that also keeps track of workouts, like a running app that also keeps track of workouts, if you got a great running app, has anybody submitted any yet?
this does keep track of your workouts too.
Oh, does it?
logs it for you. Yeah, so you can go back and look what you did 3 months ago.
But you can schedule it in advance too.
What do you mean?
Like you can put it in now for something that will occur in the future.
I think that's called the planner.
Yeah, but is there a running app that'll do it? So you can see what workouts you have coming up. So you can program your workouts in so you can see what you have coming up.
I think
Why you looking in the rear view, man? Like, oh, I saw what I did. I don't care what I did. I want to know what I'm gonna do.
What do you mean? You need
Write that
somebody
down
to
on your
yeah,
calendar.
right. You need somebody to tell you.
Okay, but write something down on your calendar. I mean, now you're involving a completely different tool. We'll say you got to go. I'm just saying, is there an app that does that? Is there an app that you can write all your workouts in and schedule your workouts, see what you have coming up?
You're the tool. What do you
Wow.
mean? Yeah, that's called a calendar, dude.
Okay, but wow. All right.
I see what you're saying, but why would you? That's not
Because
practical,
I want
right,
to go to
Max?
one place. If I go to my locker to get my stuff out, I don't want to get my shoes out of this locker and then go across town to get my shirt and my shorts and then come back over here to get my water bottle. I want to do it all in one place.
So you're that anal about your workouts? Well, you do. I mean, most people will do like, okay, I'm doing back buys one day, I'm running 5 miles the next day. But you have it planned out to like, how much more?
My coach would hand me. Harry would hand me a stack of papers.
Oh, okay, this
at
is
the
where we're getting
beginning
at.
of the
He
year.
needs an Olympic athlete's app. Okay, Paul, we're not off the Olympic level. We just go
But
out for a run.
I knew in December, February 22nd, I had my whole season planned, and I knew February 22nd what we were going to do. Maybe not specifically like I'm going to run 10 twos and this and this and this, but a week out a month or 2 months out, I would have my workouts known for that month. And unless I had an injury or some problem, we stuck to that workout because it was all planned. You can't just go out on a Tuesday and be like, okay, I finished my workout. What am I going to do tomorrow? Well, I guess I'm going to run this tomorrow. Tomorrow's my distance day. Well, let me decide what distance I'm going to run. You got to have those things scheduled.
Paul,
Maybe that's what's wrong with me.
when you get home, turn on your iPhone, and then right there next to that app, that's your cardio, whatever, there will be a calendar app, and you can program in that calendar app every day for the rest of your life if you want.
Actually, it doesn't go for the rest of your life. I think it only goes out for like a year and a half or 2 years.
Well, we may take you up sooner, don't worry.
Yeah,
All I know-
that's not all you got.
I'm living on borrowed time. I'm just saying, if they have an app, it wouldn't be hard. If you can track your workouts in the past, why can't you schedule your workouts in the future?
I'm sure there's something out there if you want to go
This is a good
looking
idea,
for it.
though. What? Create it. Apps is a big business, man. There's so many people out there trying to get the next big app.
Oh, I'll do that right after I cure cancer or something. Something I totally don't know how to do. I'll just write an app. Oh yeah, I'll make a webpage too.
Look, that has never stopped you before. doing things you didn't know how to do. All right, we need to move on. New Year's resolutions. Max, we'll start with you.
Run a half marathon by the end of the year.
Oh, I like it. High five. Very good. Like it. Paul Tarek?
3 days a week workout. 3 days a week, man. I don't get it consistently. I haven't.
3 days a week?
3 days a week.
That's it?
That's it.
Olympic athlete? That's your New Year's resolution? You should be doing that in your sleep.
They're
3 days a
manageable.
week.
They are manageable. They are manageable goals. I'm not that guy that's going like, I'm going to work out 5 days a week and I'm going to get down to 2% body
Of course,
fat
it's a
again.
manageable goal. It's
That's
3
right.
days a week.
That's right. I work a full-time job. I want to work out 3 days a week.
That's
It's called
pathetic.
living
That's
the run.
pathetic.
Not
That is
occasionally.
pathetic. Now accepting applications for co-host of Living the Run. You have to work out at least 4 times a week to co-host the show. You're an Olympic
You
athlete,
work out.
and
You work
that's your
out 4
goal?
times. You work out 4 times a week every single week.
Not every single week, but on average. On average,
I'm not talking about
easily.
averages. I'm saying 3 days a week.
Probably. I play soccer 3 times a week and at
You
least
count
run
that as a
them.
well? Then fine. Then I already work out 3 times a week. I surf. I mean, does that count? I don't count that as a workout.
Surfing's
That's a
a
hobby.
workout.
It's a hobby.
Surfing's
It's a
actually a pretty
pastime.
intense
It's a-
workout.
It's a decent workout.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just
Paddling
saying.
out kills you.
Oh,
Yeah.
paddling.
I'm just
It's
saying.
awesome.
I'm planning 3 scheduled workouts a week
All
that I
right,
have
dude,
to do.
all we're saying is step it up a little bit, all right? You're an Olympian.
You're an
You have a
Olympian,
reputation to uphold. Three times a week is not
You're
like
right. You're right. I'm gonna admit the hay is in the barn. The rest of my career is just
you want
maintenance.
that former tag taken out the
Yeah.
front. We need you training 7 days a week. 7.
Okay.
Thank
If
you.
we're averaging, then over the course of my last 10 years, I've got you guys smoked.
I want to come to the
You do.
show every Wednesday and see you pole vaulting over cars.
Yes. Pole vaulting into the studio.
That'd be awesome.
Mandatory.
That'd be awesome.
So I'm planning like Max. I'm either going to do another half marathon, or my first full. Haven't fully committed.
I think you step it up for the full.
Or I could be like Paul and just say, I'm going to jog in 2012. Twice.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good work. If in the previous year I haven't done that, and I'm going to do that this year, then I think that's a good goal to have.
All right. If you can live with yourself.
I can.
If you'd like to share your New Year's resolution, please do. We'd like to hear it. 805-242.
Unless it's not good enough for Mr. Ferran, at which point you're just going to want to hold on to it. So it's got to be at least a 4-day-a-week, 2.5-hour-a-day workout for him to respect it enough to talk about it and post it.
If you're an Olympic athlete that is in his early 30s, I expect more than 3 workouts a week. That's all I'm saying. As a New Year's it should be a goal, something that you should push yourself a little bit more towards doing than just, that's like saying
From the man whose body's like mint condition out of the package, never been damaged, because look at that.
Thank you.
You got a mosquito bite there on the arm?
I do.
What is that thing?
That's my other goal, is get back in the gym, start lifting weights. Oh, you like your own joke, huh, Paul? That's hilarious. Mosquito right on your arm? Ha, ha, ha. What a jerk. Next week on the show, put you in check. Return guest, San Luis Obispo County Sheriff Ian Parkinson will be back in studio. We will talk.
That guy
health and wellness.
scares me.
He does. He's a black belt in karate. A lot of people don't know that. Works out of the pit. Worked out training partner with Chuck Liddell.
I wish he just went old school with like pulling people over, like when they're speeding. Hey, I'm going to give you a ticket. Instead of the ticket, get out of the car and smacks them around a little bit, and then tells them to go on their merry way.
Saw him today at the. They had a press luncheon at their offices, and they have a bunch of new canine dogs. Very cool. Very good asset for the county. And I asked him if we can talk a little bit about the Kristen Smart case. There's been some updates with some DNA and some evidence sort of thing. So he said, yeah, we can talk a little bit about that as well. A lot of people, I'm very interested in that case. Read a lot about it, saw some stories on it and that sort of thing. So we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. Also, the following week or a couple weeks after that, remember when we have your Olympic training buddy on, Dan O'Brien?
Yeah.
The other part of that story, Dave Johnson, emailed him, got a hold of him. He's willing to come on the show.
Nice.
So we're going to have him on in a few
Nice.
weeks. So I'm looking forward to that. Of course,
Are
Dan
you
and Dave.
going to get a Dan call in? Because this could.
That would be awesome. How about that? It's a good idea. Of course, I'll have to do all the legwork on that, and you won't do anything. But so next week, San Luis Obispo County Sheriff Ian Parkinson will be in studio, and hopefully the following week or shortly thereafter, Dave Johnson from Dan and Dave, the Reebok campaign, the Olympics, right up your alley. I'll never forget our interview with Dan. I'm about to ask him about, the big failure, going to the Olympic trials, the campaign was out there, and I'm nervous about, even though he's on the phone, I'm nervous about asking him. And so, I'm working up the nerve, and you got to ask him because it led to the story being so amazing because after his failure of not even going to the Olympics, 4 years later, he came back and won gold. So I'm in the middle of asking him, and guess who chimes in and goes, What? You're going to ask him that? Paul interjects and
Yeah.
makes it the most awkward moment in the history of radio.
The most awkward moment. You're like, hey, look at this big white elephant here. I'm going to go talk about that thing.
Just doing your due diligence as a reporter here.
Thank you, Max.
I thought you were a host, not a reporter.
Hard-hitting questions. Hard-hitting questions.
New Year's resolutions, what are yours? We'll take them. You can text them in, 805-242-1280. When we return, we will talk to Holly Padov about Ayurveda. Paul, say it once. Just once.
Ayurveda.
I like it, Max.
Ayurveda.
All right. Ayurveda. Coming up next with Holly Padov on Living the Run, Health and Fitness Radio.
You're listening to Living the Run on ESPN Radio 1280 The Ticket.
Do you want to take a gym class but don't have the time?